In collaboration with fellow emerging artist Matteo Del Vera, my current work is a long-form photographic project. This collaboration came about by having a mutual interest within one another's practice. The overlap within our practice is this interest within the traditional documentary aesthetic, as well as this constructed conceptual photography. And as well as this, we're both really interested in taking the documentary genre into new places. In this project, we're working with subjective narrative, and through this we're exploring themes of detachment, temporality and overall sentiments of white Australia. A lot of the imagery takes place, I guess, on these peripheries of society. There's a really strong sense of disillusion in these places, but also a really strange sense of community at the same time. The work in its finality will take place in a hardcover book, and through this we hope to take the reader on a lyrical journey along the places that we've navigated. I have no set way that I begin a project. Usually a work will begin by me having an interest in a topic or a subject, and then this will fuel my need to research this further. Certainly not to the point where there's a clear concept in mind, as I find that this is rather restrictive to my process. From there on, it's all about making the images on a rather intuitive level, and then once I have all the images in front of me, that's where I can make meaning out of the work. My main mode of research takes place through reading. Whether that be academic articles, interviews with artists who have influenced my work, or even fiction. As this project deals a lot with narrative, I've really tried to immerse myself within different forms of narrative and really find photography's own place within narrative. Raymond Carver has been an author who has particularly resonated with me, and I find myself subconsciously trying to recreate his words through my photos. As I work with medium format film, I find that this is inherently experimental. As well as this, I find that in my post-processing is where I really allow myself to experiment with the images that I've already made. And then following on from this, it's the sequencing of the images where I really feel that I'm at my most creative. It's during this process that new relationships are formed with my images, and this is something that really interests me. Where I work is linked to the project that I'm working on. For this project, we've been working along the Nepean River. For my post work, I work in the UTS studios, taking advantage of the state-of-the-art equipment. Namely, I use the Hasselblad drum scanner as well as the calibrated screens. This has really made my life easier and my workflow seamless.